Welcome, everyone. This is Planet Niels, and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at the latest LOTRO and hear LOTRO players. And this week, I'm joined by Krister,
Hello.
Cinders,
Hello.
and Senswinda.
Hello, everybody.
Hello there. How did you like this week with Stone Games being off? So, nothing much happening over here.
I feel that just means that there's going to be a day where it all is going on again. And that will be a day of release notes. A dark day.
Release notes.
Probable.
Yes, there will be an episode where we will have a mile of release notes, but this is not the episode. And it just doesn't have the quite same vibe when you say episode instead of day, I guess. All right. We will have to retry another time. But even though Stone Games has been on holiday this week, I'm sure that we could expect them to be back next week, probably with a Bull Roar build, maybe to get ready to head for the eventual release of the instances or whatever, or at least some news about how that's coming along. So we'll see about this next week. But for now, all we've got are some store sales. So, Cinders, what's on sale this week?
On sale this week, you can make your piece of Middle Earth shine and get 20% off select housing decorations, select housing sets, and cloaks through January 8th. And if you are in love with the snow and all things white, you can also get a free white dye with the coupon code SNOWY DAYS, SNOWYDAYS, with no spaces, now through January 8th as well.
And speaking of things for sale, LOTRO Players News has a sponsor today. LOTRO News is brought to you by Durin's Beard.
Like water, like dwarves, have a beard? Then you'll love Durin's Beard. A beard-filtered water. Not for those non-sprinting, non-hairy types. Dwarven beard water is literally for people that have hair on their chests and faces. Have a goatee? Have a mustache? Try Durin's Beard Water Spray. There's no water like Durin's Beard Water.
I'll do what I can to make you look good.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It will require all your intellect and guile.
It's a good thing I've got a lot of it, huh?
Yes. Let's have a look at our LOTRO goals for 2026. And I was wondering if we had anything that we're planning to do for this year, something we look forward to. Krister, do you have any goals for LOTRO this year?
Absolutely, and that is to get Krister in shape now that the level cap has raised. In fact, this would be a good time for me to pose a question to you guys because I haven't really looked into the legendaries at this point. Are the legendaries a consideration at this point, or are we just focusing on leveling back up and getting some gear?
You'll want to redo your legendary item after you hit 151, I believe.
Okay.
We'll reforge it, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with the raid and stuff, but I reforged M's, but I haven't upgraded any of her things because we just now started getting the good clickies for it.
So upgrades are inbound, is what you're saying.
I would assume so, yeah. But the online escape stuff is all yellow.
Well, most of the stuff is dropping. We do get, because I did get some good stuff off of the reward track. And so, in fact, my best characters I've been using, because, most of the stuff content is dropping yellow stuff. But I hear that some people in doing the harder, higher tiered, higher player content have been getting some really nice, getting the gold, I think it is, maybe even the gold enhancements in there. So
off of
that's going in the
missions and skirmishes and stuff.
Yeah, well, if you do skirmishes are going to give you best purple, I think.
Okay.
But I think but the higher instances I've heard that I think some people in doing the tier 3, I'm pretty sure are the ones that you got to do. I think
Yeah.
tier C, 6 player, or the raids. I think, or the things that might be dropping some goldens in there. But I personally have not taken part in any of these, so.
And I do know that you'll want to be friends with Ansharu. Because they have the might barter pocket item for barter.
Yep. And so the other thing I was looking at was potentially taking a look at Feeney and seeing if it would be viable to maybe invest a little bit in the healer and bring her up as well.
Oh yeah.
Plus, that'd be awesome. A complete opposite to Krister, which was entirely the intent of Feeney in the first place. So, but I valored her, so I'm looking into that. I'm just at the point where you open that inventory and you see all the boxes, and you're like, if I open all of these, my life is going to be very incredibly complicated for the next few hours.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that when you come in with a new character now, that you don't. No, this character has a trust fund. This character has everything they're ever going to need.
I have a fabulous
space
idea.
to store it.
Oh, you know how you get space to store it, though?
Oh.
You just keep creating characters, right? Like
your shared storage over to a different server, and then magically you have storage space on your server.
Why didn't I think of it before? It's so easy.
I don't recommend that strategy.
Well,
but it has made it much easier for me. On Peregrine.
Listeners, be warned. That transfers everything. All your mithril coins, all your...
Oh, yeah! Sting's rolling in mithril.
It's like one of those offshore bank accounts type of thing,
I went to pick out a house, and I was like, what is this deluxe meat hall that's like 534 mithril? Oh, wait, I'm on Sting. I can do this. I now have a premium house on Sting.
Wait, so it's almost like you got like money accidentally transferred into your bank account, and as opposed to reporting it, you spent it all?
Yeah, except that it was my own, so it'll go right back.
It was transferred from one of her accounts to another one of her accounts by accident.
Well, it was intentional. I just didn't realize it would move everything, but that's part of why
all her marks and medallions.
Yep, that's part of why I haven't messed with any of my legendary item stuff on M, is because I all of my ancient script transferred.
You transferred
all of the traceries that I had put in my shared storage for my other alts to use transferred.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm sorry. We're going to have to take your pants. My pants?
Basically. And then the problem now is that on Sting, I can't put anything into shared storage. Because
it sounds like you have no shared storage anymore. It's all...
I have like 530
filled
out
storage.
of 340 spots or something.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so those were my goals. Krister's going to get back in shape, and he's going to rock as usual. And then looking at maybe bringing another character I wouldn't normally play up and goofing around with that too. So, how about you, Cinders?
I'd like to finish the latest content with M, and get all of her slotted virtues up to full. And then mostly just enjoy time with friends. So, yes, I did pick ones that I'm very sure I can accomplish in 2026. Considering that we finished Song of Waves and Wind already. Pat on the back for us.
What was the quest reward? Let me guess. The end of the line.
But that might not be the latest content by the end of the year.
That is true. So
Was the reward? No. Let me guess. It was a single brown die.
nope.
Oh,
It did give me a new cracked Mirai Tracery or Shattered Mirai Tracery or whatever the gold one is, so I can go
cool.
get that as soon as I have enough script. Um,
And of course, you have enough script once that returns from whatever server you sent it to.
yes. But they also gave us the ambiance of the burning Harlon. And I think I had that thing in my inventory for all of however long it took to pull it up and sell it because I was like, this is dumb. Why would I want to turn my beautiful house in Lindleby or wherever it happens to be? That one's in Lindleby. My beautiful house in Lindleby into the burning Harlon.
Maybe for Halloween.
PTSD triggering? Absolutely not. No, thank you. No, for Halloween, I decorate with the treat mats so that everybody can come have a treat.
Oh, maybe like watching a scary movie every once in a while. Maybe that would not, you could have that ambiance.
Perhaps. That would be like, just burn the whole house down. What were you doing?
Now that's a movie.
I was watching a movie. Scary movie. I just wanted to add that three-dimensional effect to it. Sans, what are you planning?
I want to get at least one alt up to level 160 with decent enough gear and fixed / upgraded / completely redone allies for some tier 1 group content.
All right.
Penleaf, what would you like to do?
I want to get a decent build in both red and blue lines for my warden because my warden has been lagging in red line for a long time, so much so that I didn't dare to use red line because I would get killed before we got halfway through the first fight.
Mhm.
So I want a red line but of course if I'm in blue line, I mean I have been doing my landscape questing on blue line, which you could just imagine blue line on a warden trying to do landscape questing and so you can set a calendar to know how long it's going to take me to kill a mob.
It's gotta be better than Guardians.
I'm not going to make any bets on that.
We should test
Probably not by much.
Yeah, anyway. See, at least my guardian can survive in red line. But in any case, so I want to get a decent build in both red and blue lines so that I could at least survive I say tier 1, no, just tier 1 most recent 6-player content would be a good goal in it because I know that if we ran the most recent content on with my warden, try to run whatever is the latest 6-player instance that we have here that's going to be done with everything, we can't get by tier 1. So I'm going to say get my warden up to a point where you're not going to laugh at my warden when I arrive at a tier 1 6-player instance or something. I think right now I sometimes feel like that if it showed up there, it'd make even an employee laugh me out. Anyway,
doesn't seem probable, but
okay,
get what you mean.
That's a little hyperbolic, maybe. We'll see. In any case, the idea there is to get a better build for my warden. So as I said, I am not trying to target having a super high-end raid build or anything like this, but something where I could get through content without it feel like it's taking hours. And at the same time, when I'm in red line and of course not instantly dying when I'm in red line, and then being able to survive well enough in a 6-player instance when I am in blue line. Let's see how that works. And that's it for our goals, unless somebody else has any other goals they want to add. Okay, then let's head into our week in gaming. Krister, what have you been up to?
So with
No,
LOTRO, of
download the
course,
Mixler version.
this was a little bit of a chaotic week, of course, being New Year's and all, but taking a look at Feeney and seriously thinking about seeing about leveling her up too. I have I got inspired when we were fiddled around with Minecraft to revive my Wargast project in Starship EVO. And I hope I can show you guys some models soon. They should be pretty cool. Think of like Neo and the Matrix and those thingies that the little, you know, electric squids. Anyways, and then in ESO, as I'm sure the rest of the people here can attest, you just lucky few got to bear witness. Now, my cosmetics, I consider myself kind of an artiste in LOTRO in terms of my cosmetics. But in ESO, I have had another layer. And I just wish that I could be the three of you seeing my costumes through your eyes for the first time and feeling that feeling. Because I'm sure that you guys, your hearts, your heart fluttered. You felt kind of dizzy. You didn't know what was going on quite. You know, even if you didn't attribute it to that moment, you got to gaze upon not only one of the magnificent costumes that I have in ESO. You guys got to gaze upon several. Now, I feel I've pretty much outlined how you felt about it, but I'd sure like to hear how you guys felt about it. Wait, what?
I couldn't resist.
Wait a second. This is kind of positive. I'm backing up what I said.
No,
I saw some really cool outfits. One of them looked like it was about to burn out though, or start a fire because it was sparking so much. I think you had an emote going under it. But
oh yeah, they have a memento where it's basically you're wearing this suit of chest armor that's like a puff and steam like a train basically, and has a electric short running through it. And then, being a sorcerer, I can hit my ultimate skill, and lightning appears up and down my arms. And then I can mount my dwarven bear and hit its special, and then it starts sparking. So I can have a conflagration going. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, we played ESO, and it was a lot of fun running around and accomplishing some goals. Especially, it was almost like we had a maybe we could call Pineleaf reluctant Sauron. That he wasn't really interested in this ring, but then he got like one of the incredibly rare components, and then he was on the quest for the ring, and he got the ring, and now he's a ring bearer. Cinders, what did you get up to?
Well, aside from antagonizing you, when I can, I made it to the epilogue of the Song of Waves and Wind with Pineleaf this week. We actually made it there yesterday, and the storyline wrap up for one of the characters was actually really sweet. It ended better than I thought it was going to for them. So, it was almost enough to make me wipe a tear out of my eyes, but not quite.
If you want to wait till you see the next epilogue.
Oh, well, if we actually do manage to wring a tear out of me, we will have a prize. No. I did a lot of different things in ESO this week. I've spent a lot of time playing ESO. My character is now level 40, I believe. Took out some world bosses and the dolmen. That changed the spelling. Thanks, AI. Hung out with different friends. I got to talk with Terry again for the first time in a really long time to actually hear her voice, so that was fun. Helped Pineleaf get the lead and got to see one of Krister's. It's probably my favorite outfit on his characters, but it was perfect for where we were at in the Grotwood with the stones that had the It looked like it was made out of stone, and it had like greenery growing on it, like the mossy look to the stone that you see from like jungle temples and things like that. So I thought it was really cool armor, and I liked the look of that. And then Pine Leaf did eventually get his lead, yay! But every single one of us got it before he did. Which was really discouraging. But we did persist with him till he got it done. I've done some more scrying for myself because I discovered that those leads do have a timeout on them, where they expire and then you have to go get them again. And I was like, I do not want to fight that boss again and again and again to get a lead again for myself. So I need to make it to at least level 7 scrying to be able to go get it myself. So I'm currently level 2, and I am working on that right now. And then I played Stardew Valley with Pine Leaf, and I have made it to full hearts with everyone except my daughter and Pine Leaf's kids. But they don't count for the 100% we're working towards, so it's irrelevant. But I did want to make it so that y'all know when I say everyone, I'm not talking about those 3. And then I finished the crab slaying team in the mines, and we managed to produce and ship 100 taro roots in a season. And my farming prowess is still unmatched in that respect. So it's the second time I think I've managed to surprise Pine Leaf by pulling off a farming feat like that. And he's like, wait, we did that? Yes, we did. So that was what I got up to. Sans, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. I went questing and exploring in the troll shaws on the field trip, which was pretty fun. And I got in ESO 2 more alts to max level during the festivities because of the XP boost. And I became quite familiar with the Elden Hollow 1 dungeon, which was fun.
And also quite familiar with what happens when you hit level 50 in the middle of a boss fight.
Yeah, my armor turned to tissue paper. It was great. I had the 50 CP 160 armor in my inventory ready to equip as soon as I leveled up. But of course you can't equip it while you're in the middle of fighting. So, yeah, I finished the fight in tissue paper armor, and I think I had to revive 5 times before we finished because it was a volcanic vent. And it was during the big boss part of the volcanic vent, and yeah, that was hard.
If any constellation sands, lots of people die there.
It's true. I was definitely not the only person rezzing a lot. I knew my armor was tissue paper at this point, and I couldn't fix it.
I think the next time we went to a volcanic event, I had decided to switch to my healing line.
Yes. And I discovered the volcanic vents in ESO, and they were pretty fun. But the NPC needs some new lines because she keeps proclaiming that she's closing the vent for good, and sometimes, like, a few seconds later, the same vent erupts again. So
for legal purposes, she has to say that, but they know that they're never really closing that thing. So
right. Maybe she meant like for good as opposed to for evil. I don't know.
That's
anyway, for good,
right? It was fun though because I got to run around with friends, including Pine Leaf and Krister and Tenders and Guer and Terry, and it was a lot of fun. So that was pretty much my week. How was your week, Pine Leaf?
I'll start with my warden. My warden started on the second area of the new content. And during the latter parts of the week, I did switch to Redline because I was getting tired of how long it was taking me to kill mobs. So right now, I am barely getting through it without... There are a couple of times where it was getting pretty close, pretty low on that morale bar, so not quite up to that is good enough to guarantee to survive in landscape content, which is the initial threshold to get onto there. So I'm working on that. Hopefully, now that I'm 160, I could start to Actually, no, I'm 158 right there. But when I get to 160, I'm hoping to start getting better armor and stuff like that. Because right now, of course, my armor is whatever stuff you're getting as quest rewards. If I'm lucky to have gotten a quest reward for that particular piece since the thing started. So, yes, as soon as I get to 160, I'm going to start looking at my build and all that stuff. Because right now, well, it's not quite tissue paper, but it's certainly not what I'm calling excellent armor or anything like that. But I am getting through the second area for the new area in there. So maybe in a week or two, I'll be able to finish up that area as I slowly progress through it. I'm pretty sure I'll be 160 by the end of next week. Let's see. My lore master finished up the current quest lines, and they seem to be pointing. The quest lines seem to be pointing in the direction of the instances in there that looks like that the quests that I've done, each of them seems to be saying, "Oh yes, these instances, the descriptions I've read in the patch notes that we read a couple of weeks ago, makes it sound like that they are going to mm, be sort of based on the thing because when how they come to the end line. Yes, we have done this great thing. La 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 la. But there seems to be some things that's still not quite finished in this. Yep. So I think that's what the instances are going to be about. Fortunately, it looks like the threes and the sixes are taking care of most of them, which means that there will probably be a solo and two-player version of them so that we don't have to worry about missing it because whenever it's a raid, you miss the ending and stuff like that. But it looks like they are ending these with the threes and sixes. I don't know yet because we haven't seen what the raid's going to be yet. And in ESO, as said before, I was searching for leads and digging up antiquities so that I have all of these leads dug up before they expire because I didn't feel like having them expire all over the place, especially the one where I ran through. I can't remember how many times we ran through Elden Hollow on that one, but maybe 10 times or something like that before the Cannon Reef finally dropped that lead for me. So obviously, I was not going to wait a month and watch that thing expire on it. I went out there and got that dug up right away. I worked for that ring. And that was my week in gaming. If you have any plans for 2026 that you would like to tell us about, or have any other comments or feedback, you can send a comment to podcast at lotraplayers.com. The Players Alliance has 2 shows each week. On Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have LOTRO Players News, and we record DDO Players News when Drac is available. You can join us for our shows at lotraplayers.com/live. And that is all for tonight, then. This is Piney Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.